Hey, it's Valerie again from Aaron Farms. This series is about calving season. My first video explained what exactly calving season is and why we have a calving season. The second video will talk about the actual act of calving and how we assist cows. So in the last video, I was talking about monitoring the cows to see if they're calving and if they need help and how we use the camera or go out there and check. This is probably going to get a bit graphic, so I apologize. If you're eating lunch, you might want to watch this later. So when a cow starts calving, actually a few hours before she starts calving, sometimes they kind of, here in her hip, it'll look different, like there's ligaments loosening or something, which I read somewhere. That doesn't always happen though. Also, when a cow is getting close to calving, her udder will fill up, and then we know that she's getting close. When she actually starts calving, the first thing that'll happen is the water bag will come out. I don't even know what the water bag is. The membrane often has water in it, or well, fluids. And it'll be hanging out of the back of the cow. Next thing that happens is the calf comes out, and after that, the afterbirth, or placenta, if you want to get technical, will come out. So when we see that the water bag is coming out, or the cow is kind of restless and walking around, or sniffing other calves and licking them and trying to claim them, then we know she's going to calve soon. Often by the time I see them, the calf's feet are already starting to come out. And I always want to see 2 feet. When a calf comes out, it needs to come out with 2 feet and a nose. All 3 need to be in the birth canal for that calf to make it out into the world. Or sometimes the calves will come backwards, so in that case we need 2 feet and the tail. Sometimes calves are breech, which is when the feet are, it's coming backwards and the feet are like this, so all you get is the tail. That's not good. You have to reach in and straighten the feet. Or sometimes if it's coming forwards, it'll have a foot back or something. Then you need to reach in and bring the foot out straight so that it can come out. Usually cows calve on their own though. We don't really like to keep cows that have trouble on a consistent basis. So those ones will be sold. Yeah, so calf comes out, the cow licks it, gets all the slime off, and bonds with the calf. The calf will get up, sometimes within minutes of calving, usually within minutes of calving, and we'll start nursing. We call it sucking. I don't know what other people call it. And the calf needs to suck within a certain time period, the first 12 hours, because the first milk that the cow produces is called colostrum, and it has a lot of antibodies that will help the calf to not get sick as easily, and after a certain amount of time, the calf doesn't absorb those into its bloodstream anymore. So we need to get that into the calf quickly, and usually they'll start sucking on their own and it's all good. But if a cow needs help, if she's taking too long to calve, or if she's, if we only see 1 foot coming out, or if she's taking too long, we'll put her in the barn. We have what's called a maternity pen in there, so it's got a head gate and these 2 walls that kind of move, and you can make them not move, brace them, and just to restrain the cow so that we don't get killed trying to help her. And then we'll put on these long gloves, to go up to our shoulders, although they're too big for me, so they just slip down and don't really help at all. And then we'll have to reach in, see what's going on, see if we can feel both feet, see if we can feel the head. Sometimes the calf is just too big. I've had quite a number of those this year. I think I need to switch out which bull I use on my heifers. Yeah, so if it's too big, just pull the calf. It's all good. Like I said, if there's a leg back or something, or if you can't, if the head's not there, you gotta push it back and then bring it forward. So first thing you gotta do is make sure that there's all three things, 2 feet in the nose or 2 feet in the tail in the birth canal. And then you'll have to pull it. So we use a calving chain, which is this. The end has this extra long or extra big link in it, so we can put the chain through and make a loop like this. Calf is here. We have to put the chain over its leg, and it's hard to show it on a stuffed animal, but there are certain places where you put the chain so it's not just hurting the calf. So you put the first loop on, and then you take the chain and make another loop. Put it on. This is going a lot faster than it does in real life because the stuffed animal is not slimy, it's not pulling its foot back, it's not inside the cow, so I have a lot of room to work, and the cow is not moving around while I'm trying to do this. So we put it on one foot, and then we do it on the other foot again. Usually it's helpful to have a helper hold the chain up. So there's the first loop. The second loop. Here we go. And then, because it's chain, it kind of hurts to just pull on that. It's not great for gripping. By this point, the chain is usually slimy. My hand is slimy. I'm just going to slip off the chain. So we have handles that we hook into the chain. 2 handles. 1 handle for each hand. Uh-oh. And sometimes the chain slips off, so you have to redo it. Just loop it in. Alright. So once you have the chains on, you just pull, the calf comes out. That is an easy pull. Sometimes the calves are too big or the cow doesn't have enough room. So then we would take the handles off and hook the chain into a calf jack, which is a really big, long thing that I didn't feel like bringing into the house for this. But it sort of has a ratcheting mechanism, and it makes it a lot easier to pull a calf. Requires less strength, gets the calf out faster, and so less stress to the cow, less stress to the calf. A lot less work for the farmer. If the calf is way too big or something is wrong, then you have to take it to the vet and get a C-section done, which I did last week, Monday, at like 10, 11 o'clock at night. I had already pulled the calf at 4 in the morning that day. I was tired. It was a big calf, but it was actually the cow that was the reason that we had to pull it. She had not right inside, and we're going to have to sell that cow because she will never be able to have a calf on her own. Actually, she can't raise this calf. She has no milk either, so we had to give it to another cow who just adopts calves, which is great. So once the calf is born, we make sure it's breathing, and then we release the cow and let her go bond with her calf. And that's how calving happens. And eventually the cow will lose her afterbirth, and then we take that away so that she doesn't eat it, because she does. And that's kind of gross, and she can choke on it. Yeah. So that is how cows jab.